morning everyone, and thanks for again coming to class today. This is, even though we have Rodney here videoing, this is our regular class. Hands on the lap or on the thighs, it's up to you. Just gently close your eyes. And we just check in with how we're feeling. Maybe reflecting on what we've had to go through to get here today. And the fact that you did make time for yourself to come here. For the exercise, but also for the camaraderie, for the interactions and the friendships that we have in this group. And as you work through class today, just do your best, do whatever you need to do, have a break when you need, have a glass of water, etc. And then when you're ready, just open your eyes. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is one we have done, right back from the start. It was one that I actually used when I first broke my hip and wanted to get back exercising, which is the New York one. So we haven't done it a lot recently, but that's okay. So New York, Frank Sinatra? Mm-hmm. Yes? Okay. So the music starts, and once he starts talking, it's just this movement, and then it's the legs join in. Now I have changed it a bit. We used to do this, and people would, okay, because it's a warm-up, we're just going to do half time. So instead of this, which would be an energizer, it's just this. So you'll just follow as we go, don't worry. We do this as well, okay? And then at some stages we're just whatever. Okay, so again we'll just do what we do. Alright? Everybody? Here we go. Started again by belt, wasn't it?
There's something we want to try out.
Okay, so this is a performance that he did in public, so there's a little bit of speaking, but that's okay. Our warm up, so just take it easy. So when he starts talking, we're going to move the leg. I'm going to move my window leg. That's it. Both arms. That's easier, isn't it? Back just to swaying. Whatever happens. So this is now half time for what we normally do. Okay, so this is the hand one. Okay. Stretching the wrists. You're right, come on. A bit faster if you want. Just back into the sway. This one. You know, a little bit of a kick.
If I can make it there.
You need to lift your legs. Or hold your legs. Big breath.
New York, New York.
Back to the sway. So we're really on that stage dancing. Now if you're getting tired, because it is a warm-up, just drop the hands out. Or drop the legs out till you're ready. Where are we up to?
Top of the list, way up on top. King of the hill.
And then back to the hands.
These are little town blues.
This gets the ankles warmed up and the hands. Keep going.
I'm gonna make a brand new start of it. Right there in Auld.
I'm going to go in a moment with some kicks.
And you better believe it, baby.
You want to really kick it, you
If
can.
I can make it
Or slow.
You know I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York.
Nice big breath. And then arms and legs out and shake. Whatever. Keep going, keep going. Okay. Now he talks a bit and I don't want to necessarily listen to his talk, so I'm going to go just stop him. Okay. So the next one, who's puffing? I heard that. That's okay. So the next one is what we normally do, which is our anti-arthritic. Can you see me there, Denise? You're right. Okay, and the normal music that we use. So again, just work, this is to work the joints and make sure those joints are all warmed up. But a really good series to do every day. Okay, at home, just to keep the joints mobile. You all know ABBA anyway. Okay, so we'll start with feet, and then we'll do some circles, and the other way. And we're going to stretch those toes, and then we do knees, circling. I'll tell you more as we go through. And then the hips, and then we do the top half. Same thing. And at towards the end we do the heads. Okay, we're right. We've done that this one lots of times, but if we lose the plot, we lose the plot. Okay, just keep the hip moving is the main thing. Stretching on the front of the ankles and the back. Okay, and do circling. Whatever happens, take your time, not too rushed. Back the other way. Okay, stretch the toes. Stretch, even if they're not really stretching. Okay, and then knee, one knee. Take your time, back the other way. Another knee. Back the other way. Into hips, so if you need to hang on to your leg to support it, do so. Pam's just going to take a couple of freestanding photos. Okay. Now we're going to the front of the body, the top half on there. Same as we did at the bottom. And you can sing if you want. Baby. Okay, circling. Take your time so those joints get enough warmed up. Back the other way. And stretch those fingers. And stay out in front, shoulders and back. Who's slumping? There we are. And stay on shoulders. Just small circles. Working up to whatever level is good for you. And back the other way. Take your time. Head not too far back and down. Very gentle with the neck. And down. Back to centre. And to the side. Wherever it falls naturally. Back to centre. One ear towards the shoulder. Rolling the head forward. Back. Just rest there a moment if you want. Come back. Back to centre and up. And then just a little bit with the hips just to finish it off. sun salutations. Okay, so you know what sun salutations are? A series of movements that are going to put all those spinal movements together. Just go through it first. So the first one is just up, in and back, in and back, and then down. And then when you come up, so that's our forward bend like we were doing with the heart hug. So as it is looking up, but it's also just stretching that body up so that the back gets a little bit of a tilt back and the spine does as well. And then the arm comes out to the side. So just make sure that when the arm comes up, it's actually lifting the body, so it's a twist. So the arm's not being extended too much, it's actually a side lift out of the body. Okay, so the first one is that one. Then we do 4 where we actually tilt instead of the second one of these. And then we'll see what happens after that.
Just follow.
We're just going to follow on, okay? Just that Denise is still fairly new, just so she may not be too sure. And to, what's his name? Rod Stewart. Up and back and forward and back, forward and back. Come down, up, down, window arm. If your other arm came up instead, don't worry. And up. Just wait for a moment. So the next one's going to have a little bit of a tilt in it instead. Up and back, forward and back, tilt and tilt, up and down. Rest is the same. We're saluting the sun every morning. Thank you, sun, for getting up. The tilt. And down. Up and down. It's not getting up to top, luckily. Yes, it's been a bit cooler the last couple of days. Thank goodness. Inspirational, isn't it? It means so much to so many people. Alright, so the next one we're going to do a dance. The dance is to the music Lovers in the Air, which again we have done a few times before. I've chosen it to put it here because I think it's a really good balance one. So, the background, John Paul Young, okay, 1970 something, looking pretty good in 1970 something. I looked at a picture of him again in preparation for this, and nice long hair, and pretty good. I looked at a recent one. It's okay, you can still sing anyway. But a very popular song in its time, went to number 3 in Australia, 5 in the UK and 7 in America. So he was already quite famous, at least in Australia at that time. And the people who actually wrote the song, I found out, were 2 of the singers or the songwriters, Harry Vander and George Young from the Easy Beats. Wow! Remember the Easy Beats? Whatever his name was. So they were the songwriting team. They wrote this song. Did fairly well. And then in 1992, re-released Strictly Ballroom. Great. Another great Australian movie that I had another look at recently. And this particular song is at right at the end when everyone just says, oh, what the hell, let's just dance. Okay. So when I did this one last week, I had you going diagonally, and it was a bit tricky. We're only going to step forward and back for today. Most embarrassing if any of you fell over on video, okay? So just for today, and maybe another time we can experiment a bit further. So if you want to be hanging onto your chair, that's fine. So I'll just remind you that it's step, so it's the window step, 1, and then back. There's just 4 of those. 3, 4. And then we go to the other side, so then it's the door one goes first. Okay, so quite simple movements, but if you're not hanging on, it is balance. Okay. And we're going to step to the door side 4 times.
Window.
So, window, yes, sorry, thank you. Glad I brought you along today.
Really didn't come.
And then the other side. So that's really all it is for most of it. First time through, it's just hands on hips or on chair. The next time it's this. The next time it's 1 arm. The 4th time it's 2 arms. And then in the middle with the music, Lovers in the Air. Nice big heart shape, and our heart's going to beat. Okay, just as though John Paul Young walked in the room right now.
He lives around the corner from my sister.
Where's that?
Down near Fassifern. Like
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Okay. And this is just called grooving. I'll put it on the sheets. It's just grooving. Okay, ready? Here we go. Window. Back. 2.
Everywhere I go around,
Change to the other side. Now, if you need to hang on, do so. Still bop a bit. Window. Sideways. That's it.
don't know if I'm being right,
And door.
but it's something that I must
You're
be.
going to be a little bit quick in the feet.
And it's there when I look into the eyes.
Same thing, one rolling. Window, foot.
In the whisper of the tree,
Your arms get tired, just have a break. Other side.
in the thunder of the sea.
Move over this way, Karen. Okay, towards the window. Same thing. Experiment if you like.
Don't know if I feel safe,
Door.
but it's something that I must believe in.
Okay, here comes the big one. Give that love away.
Love's in the air,
Make sure that heart's still beating. Just going to give it around. Don't get too excited in case we don't have that chair inside. And then go back to stepping, this time with the window arm.
love's in the air, in the rising of the sun.
Nice and dramatic. Other side.
Love's in the air, when the day is nearly done.
in that ballroom with, what's his name, Paul Mercurio, Syne. Door. So he's stretching the balance, isn't it? Forward both arms. To the door. Actually, it doesn't matter what you're doing, as long as you're moving, okay? To the window. To the door. This is quite an inspirational song, I find, this one. Here we go. The love. The game.
Love is in the air.
Your legs moving too.
Love is in the air.
Spread it around. Here we go. Nice big heart. That's it. Back. Spine, so not be curved over, too far back. And I'll put the hands out in front, and it's only a very gentle movement. We're going to give and receive. So it's just, so feet together, that's it, and knees apart. That's it. If they'll come together, whichever, however, whatever together means to you. It could just be feet flat to the floor, but the idea is that this is open, so that the hips can be a little bit open, okay? Just going to stretch it forward, and we can do this with the bands. We quite often do it with the bands, but not today. So we're giving away whatever. What are we giving away?
That cheese.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Yeah. Last one. Okay. And just hold it there for a second. Just take your awareness into around the lower back and the hips, and just breathing into that. It should feel nice, provided you haven't come too far forward for your own body. Okay, so we usually, or quite often, do this one. That's the one that's now to the next dance, Save the Last Dance for me. So this one, I mean, I have heard this one lots of times before, you probably have as well, but I was wondering about a month ago what other one we could put in this class, and I got on the bus, and this song, Save the Last Dance for me, was playing, and I thought, it's such a beautiful song. But I didn't know its background. But the background basically is this man, Doc Pomus, was actually, he'd had polio. He was wheelchair bound, although he could use crutches. And in his house, I assume it was, he found a hat box, and in this hat box was a wedding invitation. And it brought back memories to him of his wedding day, when his wife was dancing, but he wasn't able to because he was in his wheelchair. And most of the time she was dancing with his brother Raoul, so she was, assumed, fairly safe. That afternoon he'd also been working with another man who was in his songwriting team, who had this melody. And he was looking for words, and so Doc sat down and wrote this song apparently on the back of the invitation. And so it's a song where basically he's saying, I don't care what you do while you're on the dance floor, save the last dance for me. Okay, so it is, so the actual tempo's a little bit tricky though to get going with. So the first movement, now this is all still with our love, L is for love. So the first couple of movements are just that. And then we wait, and then we do it a bit faster if you want. So the music will give you the speed, okay? And then legs apart, so it's like the Charleston. So when the chorus starts, okay? The next time the verse comes on, it's just the arms, again half time. And then after that it goes quicker, but you keep your own pace. And then this again. And then we actually do a little bit of a dance, so, you know, your hand on the gentleman's shoulder and around his waist, and keep those shoulders. Who watches Dancing with the Stars? Yes, yes, beautiful. And they have to keep those shoulders down, don't they? So yes, okay. The next time through it's arms and legs, half time, and then double time. Back to this, and then dance. Okay? And if I feel like it, I might throw a bit of footwork in at the end. I'll just see what happens. Okay? But this is our cooling down. So it's what's called dynamic stretching. So we can hold a stretch for any length of time, you know, stretching through here. But these are dynamic. So we are actually stretching, but we're doing it with motion. Okay? So it's not an energetic dance. We are trying to get our body temperature down and get our body a little bit more relaxed. Okay? After all that other energetic work. So we're right to go. And it does start funny. It's got a...
You can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye, let him hold you tight.
And the same speed or quicker.
You can smile, every smile for the man who held your hand beneath the pale moonlight.
Okay, back to Charleston now.
Who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be.
So darling, say the last dance
for me.
Okay, just arms.
Oh, I know that the music's fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your thought. Oh, I know that
Same speed or quicker.
and while we roll hard, don't give your heart to anyone.
Back to the Charleston. So I forgot to say, 1960, the Drifters, although there's lots of other versions of this song.
So darling, say the last dance for me.
Now we're going to dance.
Baby, don't you know I love you
Picking
so? Can't you feel it when we touch?
You imagine him singing this to her?
I'll let you go.
Oh,
I love you so much.
okay, arms and legs.
You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go.
Again, same speed or quicker. It's up to you.
Can you take you home? You must tell him go.
Back to Charleston.
Cause don't forget he's taking you home and in his arms you're gonna be.
Dolly Parton has sang this. Michael Bublé.
Dance for me.
Who else did I find? Paul Anka. More dancing. I'm just going to dance to the end now. If you want to add some feet.
Cause don't forget who's taking you home.
Haven't been dancing like this for a while. Oh, anyway. So darling.
Say the last dance for me.
Maybe slow it down.
Say the last dance for me.
Whoops, lost my shoulder. I was thinking you must have been a really tall man.
The last dance for me.
It's a beautiful song, isn't it?
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful song. And when I was looking it up, a lot of the people who have done it are our crooners, you know, Paul Anka, Michael Bublé, so that real... Yes, and it actually is in a movie as well, I found out. So The Wedding Singer, which isn't that great a movie, but anyway, at the end when the credits are rolling, it's in that. Okay. All right, so our last one, which we, is again, just to continue, just to let us relax a little bit. We usually do Over the Rainbow at the start. We're going to do it at the end, so this is very gentle. Okay, we've done this one lots of times. I have changed the movements a bit. So normally we do this. Okay, each finger we're just going to do the hands. So it's going to be hands up and then hands down, just to give us a nice stretch through the wrists at the end of the class. Okay. So Denise, have you done this one, I think? Yeah, I think we're right. Yeah. And I'll say it now because if I say it during the song I'll forget. Or won't forget, I'll forget the dance. I was thinking when I was doing this, practicing this morning, that he was the baby, and I wondered, did she actually go home with him? Which was very rude of me to say that, wasn't it? With the dance. No? Missed the joke. That's fine. Here we go. Okay. Just that all these songs lead to the baby, I thought. Okay. So in a moment we we're just going to start again this very gentle giving and receiving. Slight movement away from the chair, the body rather than the arms or rather than the shoulders. Deep piece, okay, but I would like to put the words over the top. So it's just, I'm not sure if you've been here for it, Denise, it's just a very nice piece of music, and why I like it for this, it actually goes at a pace where as your breathing slows down, you can actually feel yourself with it. And the words basically say you're on a river floating, and what you see as you go past. So the idea is it's like floating through life. We're just going to just get on with it and have a good time. So just making sure, is that aircon too cold at the moment? We're all right? Okay. So you can lean back a little bit in your chair. You could also lie on the floor if you wanted, but we don't normally do that here. And then shoulders, just let those shoulders come down. So just a little bit of a talk through it first. Okay. So just hands either resting in the lap or on the knees. It's up to you. And the eyes gently closed if you're happy to do that. If not, at least looking down at the floor. We're just going to let the breath settle itself. Don't have to do anything to make it settle. Once we close our eyes, we send a signal. Because we've done this a few times, the signal, well, we do it at night anyway, but rest is on its way. Then just let those shoulders drop. Let them drop a little bit more. And then then let the facial muscles drop a little bit as well. So you are nice and starting to relax. Okay, so just give me a minute to find it. Put it in. So this one's called Deep Peace. Visualising yourself there, very safely floating down the river. Just breathing in and out. Just feeling the body soften. Each time you breathe in and out, just relaxing a little bit more. Letting go. Imagine that you are floating on the surface of a great river. Beautiful, clean river. The river is carrying you along across the landscape, across the surface of the earth. You are completely relaxed and supported by the river. Just floating on the surface of the river, resting. And the river is carrying you. Past hills, past mountains, through valleys, through bush, just flowing with the river. And the more you relax and let go and surrender into the flow of the river, the more the river supports you. Holds you, carries you, cradles you. Very relaxed, very peaceful. The river is supporting you, nourishing you, carrying you along in her flow. Very relaxed, nothing for you to do. Nowhere for you to be going. No other time or space. Just you and the river flowing together. Perfect harmony, perfect beauty, perfect balance. Very still and relaxed and peaceful. Just resting here a moment. Feeling the calm. And making a resolution to carry this calm with you as much as you can for the rest of today.